Uh, 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 staying alive, staying alive.
Idris, I'm Tara Hitchcock. I have had the pleasure of talking to you in person. I think the last time was for The Mountain Between Us, where you helped Kate Winslet escape a plane crash and all sorts of other disastrous elements. Between that film, your kickboxing, battling a lion, in all seriousness, can you think of an actor besides you that is actually better equipped in real life to help us out of a tough situation?
I appreciate it, Tara. No, yeah, look, I've been about, if you get into a jam, then call me, because I've learned by osmosis from my characters. I've learned a few skills here.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I've actually thought about you during some of our camping trips. I'm like, Idris Elba could totally handle this. Like in all seriousness, I know you've taught your kids to not be afraid of anything. And in this film, obviously, part of dealing with any wildlife, lions included, is to not show fear. Out of your film roles or in your career, when was the hardest you actually had to work to hide legitimate fear, if you even experienced any?
Wow, that's a good question. I mean, I've done a bunch. I think, in Mountains Between Us and this film, actually, Beast, there's a actuality to it. There's no green screen, or there's very little, and we are in those environments. And, on Mountains Between Us, every day we used to fly up in a helicopter around 4 a.m. and fly up in the mountains. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous landing on the side of a mountain at 4 a.m. But at the same time, as an actor, you're one of the leading, members of the crew, and everyone's looking at you. You've got to show some courage. You always have to show courage, even if you are scared. So.
Well, you do such a great job. I was so pleasantly surprised by this movie. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if the CGI would work. It was so good. And I have to tell you, I don't want to give away the big, one-on-one Idris versus Lion thing. But since you're into music, I am curious, do you have a song that if you could choose a man versus beast song to play during a pivotal scene, what would that be?
Staying alive. Staying alive. Listen to me. Shout out to Drake.
Oh, that's a great one. Part of this film, obviously, and the relationship with the two girls is so pivotal. And it reminded me of Suicide Squad, because as much as I loved that movie, one of the highlights was you and Storm Reed and that tone of father daughter. But in this movie, you go back to visit a place that has memories. For you, what is that place? If you were to take your family to somewhere where there's a lot of memories, where would that be?
Oh, I rent out this little house in France that has like 1 acre, it's tiny, it's small, and it was just a little holiday vacation that's right across the English Channel. So really easy to get to on the ferry, take a drive over there. And my family and I have been going there for a long time. So, that's a very special place. That's a place where I can just, woosah.
Are you bothered by people? Do they see you there, or are you able to kind of be by yourself?
No, it's very isolated. It's really tiny, and even if they see me, it's not that they recognize me or anything,
Right.
Yeah.
But they maybe leave you alone.
Yeah. It's a lovely place.
I have to ask you. I know this. It just so happens this week, one of the rumors is that an article I read where you said Bloodsport versus Superman. It has to happen. I feel like we've established a safe space here. Does that mean it is going to happen?
I wish I could say or confirm, but I will say that, I love the Bloodsport character. And
me too.
For me, DC has so much potential to grow and shift and, offer really interesting stories in different ways. Why not Bloodsport? That's a big character, so yeah.
Yeah, I thought you just knocked it out of the park with that. In fact, I think you were the only one I didn't get to talk to during that junk, and I was a little bit bummed about that. Your 50th is coming up. Listen, I've got a husband. I've been together with him for 18 years practically. I don't know if I could do a podcast with him. You're working with your wife on a podcast, skincare line, movies right and left. Your 50th coming up. What the heck are you going to do? Have you thought about anything? I know you want to kind of keep it a little bit quiet. I imagine you don't get many quiet moments.
Yeah, no, this time, I mean, the last 2 years, my wife threw surprise parties for me, and they were wild and crazy, and I don't remember them, to be fair. But now, this time, it's a big milestone. I'm really thankful for it, and so I'm just gonna break bread quietly, chill, friends and family, and just enjoy it.
Well, you are invited to Arizona anytime, which is where I did my big 5-0. So you're welcome to come.
I might take you up on that. You never know.